This is a great fun trick. In this trick, no one actually chooses a card, so you don't have to say pick a card, any card. It's a little bit different. Let's take a look what it looks like. I'm going to take approximately half the deck, doesn't have to be exact, and this half of the deck I'm going to turn face up. Okay, put those two halves face to face, and approximately half the deck is face down, and about half the deck is face up. You close those together, as you can see they are face to face, and now I'm going to take one card from the bottom half, and put that card about halfway down, face down, inside the pack. Take one card from the top half also, that also goes about halfway down, somewhere inside the pack, just like so. Now, all you have to do is a little snap, and a magic wave, and believe it or not, all the cards are now returned to their original direction, and they are now all facing the same way. To do this trick, you need a little bit of setup. Before you actually begin the trick, you just take any card, and you turn that card face up, and put it on the bottom of the pack. That's your setup. You are now good to go. When I show the cards at the very beginning, I'm not making a big deal, but I'm showing that all the cards are facing the same way, pretty much. When you do this, do be careful not to show or flash the bottom card. That will give away your little setup. What you do now is separate the cards and pull up about half of them, splitting them into two halves. You point and look over here, and I tell you all, I'm turning this half of the deck face up, but the truth is, what I actually do is, I turn both halves of the deck face up. Now because this one card over here is covering the face of its half, you don't notice that those cards now face up, they still appear face down. Once again, you separate the two halves, you say I'm going to turn this half of the deck face up, but really at the same time you turn them both face up. They believe this half is now face down and this half is face up. You tell them you're putting them face to face, but at this point they're actually all facing the same way, because that one card is covering its half, they don't notice. You close them all together like this. You show that they're face to face, you actually turn them all over. Now to finish this up, all you have to do is take one card from the bottom half. You tell them you're taking one card from the bottom half. Now they think this is from the bottom half, but the truth is though, they're all actually facing the same way. Just that one card is all on this backwards, but you say, I'm going to take one card from the bottom half, and I'm going to put that card face down somewhere towards the middle. And to make it more symmetrical, you of course take one card from the top half as well, and that goes face down somewhere towards the middle. Of course, don't forget the little magic snap and the magic wave, and magically all the cards are returned to their original direction, just like they were at the very beginning. Well, there you have it. Just an important point over here is that when you separate those two halves of the deck and you turn this half face up, it's very, very important that you really look at that half of the deck. You separate the two nice and fine, look at the half of the deck. You kind of make a big movement with the right hand and a very, very small movement with the left hand, so they won't notice that movement. It should look something like this. I'm going to take about half the deck of cards over here. We're going to turn this half of the deck face up and put those two halves face to face. Okay? So you've got a nice big, you're going to turn this half of the deck face up. A nice big face up. This one kind of just does a very small movement. It will go completely unnoticed. That's the misdirection. Make sure to look on this side, put all your focus on this side, and that's of course where they will focus, and they will not notice the left hand going over. They're busy looking at the right hand. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Enjoy.